PLI and PTA. Anyone from DAC-DLAC here? PLI?
Womp womp a doo dum.
PTA?
I'm here, but I have no report.
But you have no report. Okay. And then I noticed that I believe the introduction of the advisory committee is moved to January 16th, board members, in case that's not noted there. Now, we're going to have our association updates, and we start with Faith Devlin, AEEA. If there no update, okay. Asthma? CSEA, Kathy Hurt?
That's, well, in a good way, that's fine.
I think they met the other year.
Oh, we're all doing the best we can.
Dear esteemed members of the board and the community, my comments tonight in no way represent the district and are completely my own. As a retired librarian of this district with over 20 years supporting and collaborating with this community, I would like to first apologize for my heavy sigh at a previous meeting during public comments. However, after listening to weeks of obscene and perverted material being brought up as evidence against one of our sites and libraries, it was difficult to contain my bewilderment toward the animosity against my colleagues that worked so diligently for our students. There is no evidence that anyone at our sites was trying to bring forward any of the materials that were mentioned at these board meetings. After talking to our CCA members, in fact, it has been quite to the contrary. The evidence shows that the schedule of events for Diversity Week was about inclusion of our special education students, GATE students, and diverse community. The committee was instead trying to present music, food, and dance of the many cultures that are present at our sites. There was a speaker scheduled from the LGBT community, but that portion of the week was dropped when the parents expressed concern. In fact, the entire week was canceled, as were most of the events. All sites were presented with information on the new law from the state and federal government on diversity. This is a general practice when new curriculum is added. Every site then works to come up with a strategy to implement that curriculum. No one was trying to offend or supersede parental rights. There was a safe zone poster that was on the wall that was meant to give our students someone they could go to if they were being bullied. They would then be referred to the office for support. Rainbows have been used in the libraries throughout this district many times for many years. Christian rainbows have been displayed in the 200s of the nonfiction section to represent the Christian values of redemption and forgiveness. Rainbows have also been used in the 200 to 300s to represent the diversity of the cultures of our community in the nonfiction section. And rainbows have been used in the 500s of the nonfiction science section to represent the refraction of light through rain. Sometimes a rainbow is just a rainbow. As to the book on Harvey Milk, all of our librarians received samples and donated materials from vendors and community members that we are required to review and then determine whether they can be included in our library collection. If a book or material cannot be added to the library collection, such as this particular book, due to its reading level and content, then they must be discarded appropriately. They cannot be discarded until they are reviewed, as donations become public property. I sincerely hope we can conclude this particular discussion that has taken away so much of the board's time from the important business of serving our students. I will not mention this subject again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hurd. This moves us into our next portion. No, I'm sorry, I skipped one. Elsa Covarrubias, our Director of Communications
Wow.
and Information,
Did you hear that?
for our news and
Yeah,
updates.
I'm a little upset to my stomach.
To make this as quick as possible, as a lot has taken place in the last few weeks since we last met. So we'll just start. Slide number 2, please. Okay. On October 25th, 2018, we had a Shoes That Fit assembly at Edison Elementary School. The Shoes That Fit organization looks for local donors to sponsor an entire school to provide shoes free of cost, regardless of socioeconomic status. The beauty of this is that all students receive a new pair of shoes at the same time, and it's an equal playing field. It was quite a beautiful sight to see kids so excited to receive a new pair of shoes and not having any students highlighted specifically because they needed it. Having everyone on the same playing field was really quite empowering for these students. And thank you to local business Xerxes who made this donation possible.
I should have been there.
Do I have a clicker here? Thank you. On October 26th, Disney and the Orange County Department of Education were here at Orange Grove Elementary School, presented a $55,000 grant to provide for the Orange County Department of Education Inside the Outdoors Traveling Scientist Program. Because of their generous donation, all fourth graders in the city of Anaheim will now receive the Traveling Scientist curriculum, which is really impactful to open their eyes beyond the textbook to the beauties and wonders of science. On October 27, we being the Anaheim Elementary School District, participated at the Anaheim Halloween Parade. Next year is the 95th anniversary of the Halloween Parade, and it's a beautiful tradition here in the city of Anaheim. We had schools participating, including Edison, Gwynn, Price, and Sunkist, and some very enthusiastic students from Gwynn who played their instruments. They were very brave, they received very short notice, but they went for it, and it was quite beautiful seeing them smile and kind of warm up as we went along the route. Jefferson's teacher were recognized at Clippers game. Kindergarten teacher Aya Flores was selected from Jefferson and was recognized on LA Clippers Teachers Appreciation Night. So it's nice to see our district recognized beyond the boundaries of Anaheim and Orange County. We had staff at the National Association for the Education of Homeless Children and Youth Conference that took place October 29th. This is the first time that the conference took place here in Anaheim. It goes from East Coast to West Coast, but it's the first time that it took place in Anaheim. And having our staff there increased our opportunities to network, to demonstrate what we are doing for our homeless youth, and also to create more opportunities for grants. As we spoke at the last board meeting, on October 30th, we finally made it official. The Anaheim Educational Pledge has been signed. We had performances from the Roosevelt Choir, as you will see to the right, and we had representation from our own district, the City of Anaheim, and the Anaheim Union High School District, solidifying our commitment for higher education. College Day at Ponderosa on November 2nd. We had an array of professionals from throughout the community, including a mechanical engineer, fire personnel, surgical oncologist, assembly member aide, and a few others. Orange County Department Education Teacher of the Year the ceremony took place November 2nd, 2018. And congratulations to our Teachers of the Year, Grace Kwan and Jenny Hitchcock, who were represented. Gate teacher recognition, the Orange County Council for the Gifted classroom grants. Our own Wendy Saldivar and Patricia Monk were 2 out of the 5 recipients for this grant. This is from throughout Orange County, and only 5 grants were given. So the fact that 2 of the recipients were from our district is a very good representation of what we offer. On November 7th, 2018, we had VH1 Save the Music at Stoddard Elementary School. We were celebrating our partnership and commemorating that to date we have received $500,000 grant for our music program. We continue, every year they're going to continue to add to that grant until all 23 schools have benefited from this grant. Just a few more. Anaheim Ducks were at Lincoln Elementary School to celebrate the Reading is the Gold campaign. It was a day long of activities, including surprise visits in classrooms and assembly to promote literacy, and activities during recess to promote teamwork and physical activity. And last second to last, I believe. November 9th, last Friday, we had a Veterans Day Assembly at Price Elementary School. It was a magical event. We woke up, it was very, very windy. We weren't sure if it was going to take place, but Principal Garcia decided to proceed and to look out at over 700 little American flags waving beautifully in the wind was really a sight to be seen. And that's it. I told you it'd be quick. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As you can see, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of fun in the district and a lot of important things that really teach our students well and incorporate them into many everyday life things too. So it's really important, and we're very lucky, fortunate that we have so many partners that love to come to our district, so we're grateful for that. Now we are on to the public speaking section. Please bear with me, I just have a short, like I do every time. The public comments section of the meeting provides an opportunity for members of the public to address the board on any subject within its jurisdiction. The speakers, individual speakers, will be allowed 3 minutes to address the board on each agenda or non-agenda item. The board can limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. We ask that speakers adhere to the prescribed time limits when making comments and that they wait their turn to be recognized before making their comments. Individual speakers cannot give their allotted time to any other speakers. Additionally, we ask that speakers consider the decorum of this official meeting and remind speakers that comments and criticism can be politely and respectfully stated so as not to disrupt the orderly of this meeting. Individuals are prohibited from causing any disturbance or willful interruption of the board meetings. Let's see. I don't think there's going to be any reason I would have to clear the room, but if you are going to photograph or tape record or anything like that, please just don't let it cause a distraction, because if there is noise or illumination or obstruction of view related to the activities that would disrupt the proceedings, then we'd have to discontinue that. And I think that what I'll just add is that the last time we had a very large crowd. I think it went well. I appreciate everyone's efforts to go ahead and, you know, that microphone, we want whoever wants to go up there and speak and not be intimidated or embarrassed. So I do appreciate that the speakers were given respect up there, and I'm hoping for the same this evening. Again, if you are going to stand up, you must be against the wall in the back or seated. I would ask that. I do see your signs, and I would just ask that you be polite with them and not, you know, leave them at any of the speakers so as to cause intimidation or embarrassment. Just keep them close. And again, no applause, no reactions. This is not the kind of forum that we're here to agree or disagree. We are here to listen. And so I ask you, please, no responses from the audience, no talking, no cheering, no booing, nothing. Let's just let everybody say what they came to say and then proceed. So I thank you for your attention and allowing me to say that. And we're going to start with our first speaker. Again, you have 3 minutes. Mr. Haywood will give you the yellow when you have 30 seconds. He will give you the red when your time is up, and I will be asking you to finish as soon as the red shows. I will be asking you to complete your sentence, and then you must sit down. So thank you again for listening. Our first speaker is going to be Elizabeth Turner. And on deck, I will call Audrey Cadiente. But Elizabeth is up now. Welcome, Elizabeth.
Thank you.